2001, Childress Creek near Waco, Texas. Heavy rains quickly turn a small creek into a raging river, and a school bus carrying 3 children is caught in the wild current.
No, we're sitting right now, but the water keeps going inside the boat.
Swept up by the current and carried downstream, spinning along the way, the bus finally comes to a stop, stranded in the middle of the angry flood. 30 minutes later, the Black Hawk rescue chopper reaches the bus.
How many people are still on the bus?
There's 4 on the bus, 1 adult, 3 children.
Roger that, thanks.
Trooper Crook watches from the shore as the crew begins their rescue.
Like something you've seen on TV on other rescues, they just come in, and first time they dropped the rescuer in, they had a little hard time getting him in the exact right spot. In fact, they almost dipped him in the water once.
After a few attempts, Thomas grabs the rope and battles the strong winds and downdraft from the helicopter to assume his position.
I had a little bit of trouble getting him on the bus the first time. Worried about dropping him in the water because I know the water is cold and it's moving real fast.
Thomas motions to his crew chief to lower him slowly so he can pull himself and the heavy rescue equipment to the slick rooftop. Flight medic Sergeant Michael Thomas finally reaches the escape hatch and tries to reassure the bus driver and children.
I just said we're here to get you guys out of here, so we're going to do the best we can to get you out of here as quick as possible. And they were more than willing to go.
Thomas attaches the harness to 5-year-old Tamara, but as the crew begins to hoist them up, Corporal Crook can tell they're in trouble.
The helicopter was trying to take the little girl off the bus, and they kind of got over into some tree limbs there. I thought, oh, what are we going to do now?
We actually kind of drifted a little bit into the trees, I guess, with the wind blowing, and my pilot's compensating. I kind of went into the trees a little bit. Little girl got a little bit scared. She kind of grabbed a little tighter and kind of made a little bit of noise.
Hanging upside down in heavy winds, Sergeant Thomas swipes at the limbs with his arm to free the cable. After several tense seconds, the pair breaks free and safely clears the branches.
After we got clear of the trees, she was just fine and she was quiet the rest of the ride.
The crew brings Tamara aboard, and after flying her to safety, rushes back to rescue her 7-year-old brother. Once again, the team tries to lower Sergeant Thomas without slamming him into the bus or dropping him into the water.
They could have slipped and fallen in the creek and then swept downstream, making it even worse.
Sergeant Thomas grows concerned that at any moment the bus could roll over or float further downstream. Seconds later, Thomas straps the 7-year-old onto the hoist and gives the crew a thumbs up. With each rescue, the Army team, who have never worked together as a unit, gains speed. Within minutes, Thomas is back on the bus to rescue 11-year-old Scott.
I turned around to the bus driver and gave him a thumbs up, said it was going to be okay.
Scott lets go of the bus and clings to his rescuer.
He kept on telling me to hold on, you're not going to fall. I was thinking, whee!
It takes only 45 seconds to lift Scott to safety. Finally, 3 hours after the bus is swept away, it's the bus driver's turn. For the 4th and final time, Sergeant Thomas descends and saves the last stranded passenger from the raging floodwaters.
And that's the last of the people, so I guess we're done. We'll be headed back.